I think Greenland will be worked out with us. I think we're going to have it. And I think the people want to be with us. I don't know really what claim Denmark has to it, but it would be a very unfriendly act if they didn't allow that to happen, because that's for protection of the free world.
President Trump sounding like he's not backing down when it comes to his desire to buy Greenland. It comes after reports of a fiery call between Trump and the Denmark Prime Minister, and also this aggressive message by a Danish politician directed at Trump. Take a listen.
Dear President Trump, listen very carefully. Greenland has been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years. It's an integrated part of our country. It is not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Mr. Trump, f*** off.
Okay, so take a look at this map. This is what North America and Greenland looks like right now. We've all got it, right? Well, Greenland is the largest island in the world and an entry point to new shipping routes opening up through the Arctic. And the Panama Canal, which is also something Trump has his eye on, is a crucial global trade route for maritime commerce. If Trump gets his way, it would completely rewrite the map of the Western Hemisphere. I mean, take a look. This is what it would look like. All of this in red. Greenland is at the top right corner. The country's location is vital to America's ballistic missile warning system as China and Russia expand their influence in the Arctic. Joining me now to discuss is Alberta, Canada Premier Danielle Smith. She's also the leader of Canada's United Conservative Party. Thank you so much for being here today on such an important issue. We appreciate your time. I mean, we've got to ask you what you think about all this, because Trump has been doubling down on his desire to buy Greenland. What do you make of Trump's insistence on this, Danielle?
I think he's very concerned about Arctic security, and he wants to make sure that he's got partners who are equally concerned about it. He's been pressing Canada for some time, since the first administration, to make good on our 2% commitment to fund NATO spending. And our country currently has a plan to get there by 2032. All of the premiers in our country have been pressing the federal government to move faster than that. And I think that that's what I'm hearing, is that if we can demonstrate that we are a partner in Arctic security, we already have NORAD as a combined force between Canada and the U.S. for protection. I think those are the kind of things that the president wants to see from Canada, and those are the kind of things that you'll see a lot of voices asking for here.
All right. Well, do you think that Trump should acquire Greenland and Canada?
I think we want to continue to be best friends with the United States. There's a phrase that best friends shouldn't move in together. We have a very strong long-term relationship with the United States. It's been tariff-free for much of it in the last number of decades. We know that we support the Americans in their aspiration for energy dominance, which is connected to national security. Part of the reason why the Americans have been able to export so much oil internationally to achieve their targets and achieve the support of their allies is because Canada backfills. We have a heavy oil that goes into U.S. refineries to keep prices low for American consumers, and then that allows the Americans to export their product around the world. You make the same case on all the critical minerals. I mean, we're watching as China is trying to cut off the critical mineral supply chain to the United States for germanium and gallium and antimony. We've got all of that in Canada. We've got uranium, which we think would be a great partner for the United States in providing that security. So I think we've got a partnership that works, and we want to maintain that.
All right. Well, we've got this looming threat of 25% tariffs imposed by Trump on Canadian goods starting February 1st. You have decided to take a different approach, I understand, from the other premiers of your country. Last week, you did not sign their joint statement on how Canada plans to respond to these tariff threats, prompting criticism that you are not for Team Canada. That's what some people are saying. I want to get your take. Tell us about your decision.
Well, some of my colleagues were saying that we needed to cut off energy exports to the United States, and I think that's the exact opposite of what we want to do. I think we want to double our exports to the United States. Right now, America uses 21 million barrels of oil a day. You only produce 13 million barrels a day, so you need to get that additional amount from somewhere. And our particular grade of heavy oil is your refineries are configured to receive it. If you don't get it from us, there's places in the world that you probably don't want to buy it from, like Venezuela and Iran. And so if the Americans want to continue to be dominant on energy, I think Canada needs to be that partner. That's part of the reason why I said I think we're going in the wrong direction talking about cutting off supply. We should be talking about increasing it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.